PCA recently partnered with ESPN, the Curry, Steph and Ayesha, and a few other people in a campaign called Take Back Sports. And it's this year-long initiative to get more kids playing sports, having fun, all the things we're just talking about. Before we get into like the heart stuff and the emotions and the tips and all that, tell us what that campaign is and what you guys are trying to do.
Yeah, it's kudos to ESPN for really stepping up one of the biggest sports brands, that is out there, and the fact that they have made this investment financially with their media resources, really to focus on the whole campaign of Take Back Sports. And that idea is, as we're talking about, youth sports can get out of control. Like, let's take it back to what it should be. And the real focus is, four areas that they want to focus on is community rec leagues. Like, that's not a bad thing. Kids playing locally rec community oriented leagues is a good thing. Quality coach training. That's, one of the bread and butter things that PCA does, training coaches across the country. We know that the coach can often make or break an experience for a child. So let's make sure that we are investing in coaches in that experience, because that's what's going to keep kids coming back each year. How do we make sure kids aren't specializing and they're playing multi sports? And then the last one is, how do we just continue to promote fun in sports? Right? There's so much out there around, whether it's specialization or the win at all cost culture or this rush to be at an elite level or travel, whatever it might be. But how do we keep that promotion around fun? Because that's what sports should be. And also, what role do parents play in that? So, obviously we're partnered with ESPN on the coach training front, but what we launched recently was this whole parent campaign, and how are we providing resources for parents on what their role is, what are tangible things they can be doing before the game, at the game, after the game, to ensure that their kids are having a positive sports experience. And obviously having Stephen and Ayesha Curry involved, you can't go wrong with the work that they do. We're fortunate enough to work with Curry brand and Under Armour
He's a
that
bucket
underwrite
list
a lot of the.
guest on here. If I could ever
Exactly.
get him on
Yeah.
this show, that'll be a win.
Yeah, I mean, he's amazing, and one of the cool parts about that is he is now a sports parent
Mhm.
himself, and, there was a clip that went viral last year leading up to the Olympics where he was talking to another guy on the basketball team, and he said, "We've been traveling around the last couple of months going to my daughter's volleyball, like, AAU tournaments. It felt like I was playing AAU again, being back out on the road." And now, so him getting to see that through the eyes of him being a parent, and obviously, his parents being so into, high level athletes and getting that experience. So it's great. The fact that we have the media power behind ESPN. Our goal for this was, how do we bring new people into our universe and into, what you're doing, and the fact that, we were talking, you hadn't heard of PCA. It's like, great. How do we get more people? The work you're doing is amazing, because it's bringing more people, raising that awareness on what it means to be a positive youth sports parent.
I have to tell this story just because it has nothing to do with the campaign. But so I was a senior at Liberty when Seth Curry, Steph's younger brother, was coming
Okay.
through.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I started and ran a club called the Lunatics. We ran our student section. And so we would
Love it.
travel to away games as well. And over Christmas break, we played Presbyterian College in Clinton, South Carolina. They had just moved up to Division One. Their gym was smaller than my high school gym. And me and some friends went to that game, and I literally sat next to Sonya Curry for the entire game. And so getting to watch Sonya be a sports mom for Seth, like, and this was Steph's junior year at Davidson. So he was still like, he
Yeah.
hadn't left for the draft yet. Like,
Right.
the question was always which Curry parent is going to be at which game,
Be at the game.
because
Right.
they did
Yeah.
not miss those boys playing. And so
Yes.
watching her, if you want to talk about over the top cheering for your kid, like, she wasn't doing anything. Like, she was just so encouraging of Seth the entire time.
Yeah.
It was so much fun to sit and watch her, because obviously she'd seen the highest levels with Dell
Yeah.
and everything. And
Yep.
Steph had made that run the year before, but just to
Right.
watch
Yep.
her be a sports mom, like, we we went to VMI that year, and it was a giant game, sold out arena. Seth went off for like 40 points. And every time he made a 3-pointer, we would chant, "Thank you, Sonya." And, like, it
That's
was just one of those things, like, we're in an opposing
yeah,
school's gym. Sonya's sitting behind
that
the bench. It's just one like, that is a core memory for me. So, anytime somebody talks about the Currys, I always talk about that
yeah,
because, like, when you get it, you get it, and you can see
yeah,
the kids who come from parents who got it. And,
yeah.
like, for all the things the Currys are, you can tell they had supportive parents who understood and supported them in the right ways as they were growing up.
No, it's true, and I think, it just shows on how, what everything that Stefan does in the community. You know, we work with his foundation, Eat, Learn, Play as well in Oakland, and making sure that kids have access to sports there. And so, yeah, off the court, is his work is as amazing as what he can do on the court as well.